What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Aviation 767. Today we have my birthday unboxing for 2024. Let's get into it here with this first model being the Korean Air 787-9. This is a model by Panda Models, I'm pretty sure. So the box is very generic. It is orange, which is pretty cool. We have the Korean Air kind of decal on the front there. On the back, literally nothing except for the barcode right there. This box is completely blank. But let's go ahead and get into it. Right there, the top off. So here's the website I got it from if you want to check it out. There it is, houseofhobbies.com. And of course on the back, and other stuff. So here's the model, which looks super nice. We're gonna go and take it out of the box. Got a little cover right there, and however you want, but I'm just gonna take it out a little bit differently actually. Usually I don't do that. So there's the model. We'll get to that in just a moment. But in the bottom of the box, which is pretty cool, they give you a card just like this, and on that card it says the Korean Air 787-9, the registration, I'm pretty sure, yeah, HL7206, or yeah, I think that's what that is. And the specifications. So that's the kind of little card you get on a Gemini Jet box. Obviously it's going to be on the pamphlet, but that's cool how you can just see that right there. Now onto the actual model. We're going to go ahead and unbox it. So they do of course use the regular plastic. This is basically with every model in 1 to 400. There we go. Look at that model. Plastic wrap. Alright. And let's go and take it out. There it is. Woo! What a nice model right there. Look at that. That's an awesome model right there. So we can see here that it is not broken, which is a very good sign. It is the Korean Air Boeing 787-900. So let's go ahead and get into the actual review. Alrighty, starting off the review, here we have the nose cone cockpit window. They are part of the Sky team right there. Of course, you got some Korean writing right there. You got the L1 door. Moving down, you got the Korean Air titles and the L2 door. On the landing gear, you do have a number, which I'll read that. That number 206. So we're going to go ahead and move it into the middle section right here. So once you get through the titles, you can see here that you have the engine, of course, right here. Which on this aircraft, the engines are going to be Gen X 1Bs, so nice engine. You have the Pepsi logo right there, which is kind of what Korean Air is based off of, which is pretty cool. Of course, under there you can see the landing gear, and then you have the L3 door right here. Something cool on this aircraft you can see kind of here, but that is the registration, so it's on the wing right here. So there's the registration, which is really cool. Now moving on to the back side of the aircraft, we can see it of course is going to say Boeing 787-900 right there, and then Dreamliner on that baggage door. You got the L4 door, and of course you have the registration, which is going to be Hotel Lima 7206, the Korean flag here at the top of the tail, and the Pepsi logo once again. And we can go ahead and flip it around to a kind of nose view. It is awesome. Wow, that's beautiful. You of course have one antenna on this aircraft, or actually, yeah, you have two. Well, it's kind of interesting. You can see the first one right here. is modeled out, and then these two on the back rear of the aircraft are right there. Flipping to the bottom of the aircraft, there's not much. Of course, you have the nose landing gear, the engines, the rear landing gear. You got a stand hole right there, and on the other side, if you flip it, you can then once again see that registration on the bottom. The cargo doors on this aircraft are on the right side, as it is a Boeing. But overall, an amazing model for a first model. Let's go ahead and get into the second one. Starting off with our second model here is going to be this Westjet 787-9 by Gemini Jets. I was looking at the date of the release, and it is an older release. It's going to be a 2019 release by Gemini Jets. So 5 years ago this thing was released. But let's go ahead and get into it. With the front of the box is going to show a decal of the aircraft in 2D view. And it's going to show here Westjet, the aircraft type. And like I said, the pamphlet shows you everything you need to know about the aircraft right there. And on the top, you can kind of see it right here. That just gives you information about the 787. And this is the detail or, specifications of that aircraft. Look inside, there it is. A beautiful model. I really love the Westjet livery. The blues all blend perfectly. Switching to the side here, we have another little decal of it. Adult collectible model per Gemini Jet box. Another decal. And then a 1:400 scale die-cast model. On the back, I said as real as it gets. You got the date when it was released and some other stuff like their socials. So let's go ahead and get into the actual unboxing here. We're going to go and do this. Always satisfying opening Gemini Jet boxes. We will toss this over to the side. And there it is. Another 787. So we are 2 787s in on this unboxing. Which this is a very, very international heavy unboxing. Which is awesome. I've not gotten many heavies recently in a big kind of bunch. But there it is. Let's go and take the plastic. ASMR. Whew. Best sound ever. Alright, here we go. Okay. That is a beautiful model. Wow. Look at that. Alrighty, checking the model. It does seem to be good. So let's go and start the review. Once again, it is 787-9, so a lot of the same stuff. But we're going to go and start off here with this nose cone cockpit window. You have the Canada flag right there. The L1 door and Westjet titles right there. Moving on down, we have the engines, of course, the wing right here, and the Spirit of Canada, which if we flip it around, we can actually see on this side. It says the same thing, Spirit of Canada, but it is in, I guess, whatever, French. Les Prix du Canada. Pretty good. So that's a nice little detail touch. Once again, if you want to get these models, I'll leave some links down below, but they are 100% accurate, at least for the most part. They are pretty accurate. So like I said, the engines right here, which on this aircraft, if you are curious, we're gonna have 2X Gen X 1B as well. So they're the exact same engines as that Korean Air. Which a cool touch on these Westjet engines is on the below, you can see they have a nice little blue sliver, and on the tail a nice blue right there, which is super beautiful. In the video it doesn't show as well, in real life it shows great. Of course, moving on back with the L3 door, you have the Dreamliner once again. You do have the same kind of antenna idea on the back right here, and you have of course the registration with something underneath it, which you can kind of see just right there. Will focus there. So on that it says Boeing 787-9. So of course the detail is always there. And before we get into registration, that tail right here, that's an awesome tail. Whew, that's awesome. So beautiful. So, the colors are great. It's just overall a beautiful model. Now, the registration for this aircraft is Charlie Golf Uniform Delta Hotel. So there it is. And excuse me, I'm off. The range is going to be 8,786 miles, which on that Korean Air, it does not tell you. But I could assume the same kind of deal with 787-900. But overall, guys, what an amazing model there. We're going to go and do a head-up view. There it is. Look at that. And of course, the bottom. Not much. I mean, you got, oops. You of course got the wheels, Gemini Jets, and stand hole. But other than that, it looks really, really good. So what an amazing model. So down two, we got two left to go, and I have some interesting news on the next two. So let's get into it. Alrighty, moving on to our third model. A really quick story about this. So this is, of course, my birthday unboxing, and I was only supposed to kind of have three that I picked out on eBay, and obviously I got them. But this one, my dad found in the closet. Now, it was behind some boxes and whatever, so this was found. And the cool thing is, who knows when we had this from, but it's a 2014 release, so it's an older release. But I could have said probably at least 3 years that has been in the closet. So really cool that he found it for my birthday. Also, a quick thing, he also found one thing, which there's proof that we've had this model in the closet as well for 5 years. The model that we had was this 1-200 Delta A320. So I don't get 1-200 scale anymore. I used to, but obviously the price and the size is not ideal. But the reason we know it's been 5 years that he had it, on the package that was still in the closet, it said delivery date 2019. It was actually May 25th, 2019. So I mean, this thing I will show you really fast. I don't want to get off track or anything, but this model, I'll tell you guys, is awesome. And it's crazy that I did not know we had it. Or he didn't know. But there it is. So I mean, if you want to go for 1-200, you can. But I don't. But that's an awesome model that we just kind of found. And I mean, just awesome. It's kind of like treasure hunting, but you know, it's really, it was a surprise. Apart from that, let's go ahead and get into the third model here. We have the US Airways Express Embraer EJ170. Like I said, he also found this in the closet. So this was a really, really cool find as well. So let's go and look inside, of course. A very, very small aircraft. And on the top here, we have the specifications, and on the top we have, you can see it here once again, you have all the Embraer EJ kind of original series of them. Of course, it's a Gemini Jet box, so we're gonna have the same kind of deal. On the sides we have the decal. Here we have the adult collectible model. Once again, the same thing, and 1-400 scale diecast model. On the back, we do have a kind of nice thing right there. There you go. And some other stuff as real as it gets in 2014. So it's a 10-year-old release. But let's go and get into it here. So we're going to go ahead and open this thing up. We're going to go on the left-hand side this time. You can tell it's older because this is darker blue, and Gemini Jets kind of has a new way of doing their newer originals. There we go. Take that off. Alright, we're going to do some ASMR once again. Ready? There we go. Alrighty. Here it is. The Embraer EJ170 US Airways by Gemini Jets. What a cute little model right there. Look at that. Awesome. I mean, this thing is going to go great. But let's go and start the review. So once again, we have a Gemini Jets aircraft. This is made by Gemini Jets. It's the US Airways Express Embraer ERJ 170. Going to start off here with the nose cone, the cockpit window, which under that cockpit window it says, oh gosh, it says the type of aircraft, so that's going to be Embraer ERJ 170. It's just going to say that right under there. Of course, the L1 door we have, and you can kind of see it. You can probably not, but under there it says Republic Airways. Of course, we have the US Airways or American flag, the US Airways Express titles, the engines, the wheel here, and the L2 door. So L1, L2, there's only two. And of course the tail, which is going to be that old US Airways tail. The engine specifications on this aircraft are 2XGE CF34E 8E5 engines, and the range is only 2,100 miles for this little regional jet. So turning into a nice little view right there. So there it is. A short little review for this guy, but overall a beautiful model. Look at that. Wow. Oops. And there on this side we do have the registration, which is November 803 Mike Delta. So, and on the bottom of course we have Gemini Jets stand hole and other details. But overall a really cute and nice model. I'm happy to have it, and it was honestly a surprise, and I'm happy that, I mean, it's nice getting a surprise on your birthday. Obviously I ordered the three others, and this was just a nice little treat. But now on to the fourth and final model, the American Airbus A330-300. Alrighty, and here for our final model, a 9-year-old release, is this American Airbus A330-300 by Gemini Jets. Let's go and get into it. This model, or this aircraft, was tried years ago, around 2020 when the pandemic hit. Super sad, as the A330 is one of my favorite aircraft, and American is what I fly with, so it was super sad to see this aircraft go. But now I have it in model form, and I'm super excited, so let's go and get into it. With the, of course, front here, we have the two decal. We have the Airbus A330-300 American Airlines. Flipping inside, we can see the model right there. It looks super nice. We have the specifications right here, and of course, if you can kind of see up there, that tells you about the A330 and Airbus. Of course, I'm just going to do a quick spin right here. You know exactly what is on it. You should be able to read it by now. But of course, the back is the same as well. You can kind of see up. You can't really see it there. There it is. There's the model. And like I said, 2015 release. So that is 9 years old. Older, but I mean, it's still a model. And it's heavy. This thing is super heavy. But let's go ahead and just pop it out. Boom. So, something interesting. There's no plastic on it, which is interesting. That's okay. Wow. My first A330 from Gemini Jets. Other than the KLM. I didn't want that to go the wrong way. Other than the KLM. But look at that. What a model. That's awesome. We're going to go and do the nose view right there. Wow, that's awesome. And of course, we're going to get into a review. Alrighty. Now, if you guys are curious how I'm getting so many models, and you're probably like, wow, that's $1 billion. It's really not. The idea that I have came up with on eBay is where I get my models. They're trusted sites. Is you kind of put in like 1 to 400 Gemini Jet Delta A330. You'll find stuff, but if you put in a certain price and you start looking at that price point, then the algorithm in eBay will see you're looking for low price models, but still by Gemini Jets. So I got this model for around probably $40 with shipping. I think it was $8 shipping, so $32 model, where it would usually be in the 60s right now or 70s. So there's definitely ways you can kind of hack the system, and that's how I got also the Westjet. The Korean Air was pricey. That was $50. But the Westjet was also around maybe 43, and the US Airways probably back then when we bought it was around 38. So really good stuff. Apart from that, I just wanted to let you guys know kind of how I got these models, and I'm not spending so much money. Now here we're going to start off with the nose cone, cockpit windows once again on this Airbus A330-300. We have the L1 door and the American titles right there, super nice, and of course front landing gear. Moving forward, you can see on this model very well that landing light, so that's awesome how they brought that out. L2 door, of course, and the engines, which if you're curious on this aircraft, the engines are 2X Pratt Whitney 4168A. So those are the engines on the A330-300 for American Airlines. Now, of course, moving forward, we can see the wing right here. You can see the landing gear right there. And once again, moving on forward, we can have the L4 door. We do have antennas right here on the top. And the registration is November 270 Alpha Y. And of course here we have the tail, which looks pretty good. We can see it has a nice little curvature up there that goes into a slant straight. So awesome right there. Overall, an amazing model by Gemini Jets as well. Super well done, and it's just awesome to have it on in my collection now. So there it is, and we'll actually flip to the underside to see right here. So you can see Gemini Jets, of course, the sand hole, the wheel hole as well for the landing gear, and just overall, what a model. Wow, that's awesome. Alrighty guys, overall awesome unboxing, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I have not done a big unboxing like this in a maybe Christmas time, even earlier, so I really hope you enjoyed. These models will be showcased in my next Springfield, so don't worry, they'll be shown. But apart from that, have a great day guys, stay blessed as always, and bye.